Today's video is a little bit different for a couple of reasons. One, the setup is slightly different. So I normally record on my iPhone, my YouTube videos, but I'm trying something a bit different, mainly because my phone is full. So I had no idea how much video would actually get done before it would cut out on me. So that's that. And then obviously my surroundings. So please excuse the weird bits of paper on the wall. I get annoyed sometimes when I look at my own videos. It's probably a bit bad to say, but I get annoyed when I can just see whiteness and I want something interesting behind me. So for a few months, I don't know if you do the same thing at night time, you kind of scroll, or maybe you don't, maybe it's just me. I scroll anyway on Facebook Marketplace for mid-century pieces of furniture because that's what I love doing my house up in. So I look at pieces of art and stuff like that. So I found some pieces that I want to put behind me that I think have some kind of meaning or excite me or something like that, and also it'll be visually pleasant for these types of videos. And I do a lot on social media as well, and so it would just fill the white space. So that's that today. And I thought I would come and speak to you about the YPN magazine, so Your Property Network magazine. If you're in the UK and you don't get this magazine, and you're in property, then you really need to get this magazine. So I will put a link in the notes for you to be able to get that. I believe they do 30 days free trial, but just make sure before you do the 30 days that it's a proper free and you can cancel at the end of it with no, fixed term of 6 or 12 months or anything like that. So just read that, because you know how sometimes they say you get 14 days free or 30 days free, and you got to sign up and it wants your details and it says that you do get the free period, but you've also got to commit to 12 months. Just make sure that's not the case. So I'll put a link below for you to check out. So this is what the YPN looks like. It's probably going to be backwards to you, isn't it? But yeah, so I write articles for them and there's loads of other stuff in there. So I have been signed up to the YPN for years. I mean, I did an article with them. I appeared in 2013 in the magazine. And so that's how long I've been with them for. And there's loads of content in there. But one of my favorite bits is they do, so like a fellow property investor or developer will share their numbers in there. And I quite like that, because how I do my numbers and how I calculate things is different to you, and how someone else does it. I think it's just really interesting to see how other people do their numbers. So whether it's a terraced house buy to let, that somebody's refurbished and refinanced, they'll show you the numbers on that. And then another week, somebody will be doing a service accommodation property and they'll show you the numbers on that. So I love the magazine for that reason. So definitely check it out. Click the link below, have a nosy around. And also, when you sign up, they're not very good at advertising the fact that they do this. But once you're with the YPN, you get your emails, and the emails tell you about free webinars that are on. So if you're looking to get into service accommodation, they run free trainings on that. And they'll get experts in, and things as well, like so I might come on board with the HMO one. So if you're looking to get into HMOs, I'll do a free training on that, and someone like me would come in and teach you about the outsourcing side, or how to set up your systems and procedures and that sort of thing. So you've got that. But yeah, so I've written an article. So I've been with them for, I think I've just done my 5th article for them. So I'm a regular contributor each month. So the first one was literally just about my background, how I got into it all, which you probably know anyway. But if you don't, then you could read it, read the article in the magazine. You've got all the back catalogue as well online. So once you've got your account, then you can do that. And just, so the initial one was me just giving you an intro into what I've done in the past, what I do now, and giving you a flavour of what systems, procedures, automation and outsourcing is. So that was that. And then I did this next one here. That was in that YPN magazine. And that one there was, how well does your business run? So it was really just talking about, if you stepped out of your business, out of your property business, how would that look? How would that run for you? And just talking to you through a few things. And I gave some tips in there as well for you to implement into your business. So, you know, when I talk about your property business, this could be that you've got a portfolio of 5 buy-to-lets or 6 HMOs, or maybe larger or smaller, depends on you. Maybe you've got a property management business or letting agency like we do in Cornwall, that sort of thing. You know, maybe you do rent to rent or serviced accommodation or rent serviced accommodation. Those are when I say property business or your property business, that's kind of the businesses that I'm talking to. Okay. And you can definitely have a business, successful business, and have a life as well. So that's what I'm trying to help people with YPM magazine. And then I did this one here and that issue. And that one was about outsourcing and virtual assistants and how to work with them, because I think a lot of people think virtual assistants are they have a magical wand and you're gonna go to them with your life stressed out, you've got a load of crap that you need sorting in your business, and you're going to hand it over to them and they're going to wave a wand and everything's going to be perfect. And that is not the case. They are there to do the workload that you hand them, but you need to train, you need to teach, you need to tell them how you want it done for your business. If you don't, it's all going to go to poop. I trust me on that. You've got, I mean, there are some virtual assistants that can go, right, we'll set up this or we'll do that for you. But majority of the virtual assistants that I've dealt with or had conversations with, they're there to take your workload that you give them and do it how you've asked them to do it. So you need to have your business and all your back end ready to go and set up before you hand over to a VA, because otherwise you're just setting everyone up for failure and you'll have a bad experience and you will think it's the VA's fault, and it's not the VA's fault. Us, you and me as the business owners, it's our responsibility that we hand over any workload or hand over the day-to-day tasks in the business, that we hand that over and our VA can run that by following procedures and following checklists and that sort of thing perfectly. So that's good. And then I've just written another article for the YPN, and that was about investing in your business. So someone recently that I spoke to, a little bit of my fault as well, but I put a program together for them and told them that each month there's going to be a cost to outsourcing the business, because they were trying to do it all. And I know we've all been there. We're trying to do it all. And we think, look, it'll just be another 3 months before I get this property on and that property on, and then I can afford to hand everything over. But getting to that stage where you can hand everything over, I mean, if you make it to that stage, that's great. But for most of us, we start here and we kind of need to give it, implement stuff here, outsource a little bit here, outsource a little bit more here, because each time you implement something, you're getting your time back. The business is more organized, the business is more efficient, until you get to here when you're stepping away from the day-to-day tasks and you're just focusing on, maybe you just want to focus on developing full-time and managing sites, your own projects, that sort of thing. So that's where you are there. But we all start off here. But every little step that we go along, you've got to implement something. You've got to have a budget. You've got to be outsourcing a little bit. So anyway, this person, I did a plan for them, told them how much each month that's going to cost them for management software, which you have to have in your property business anyway. This is not my management software. I'm not clipping the ticket on it. So management software, phone system, all of that stuff, which is really going to get this person a noticeable difference in their business, their lives. And this person turned around and said, that's an expense for me that I haven't got the money for. And I thought, that's not good. If you haven't got money to invest into your business so that you can have good software tools for managing tenants, texting tenants, communication, if you haven't got the money for, say, a subscription to a legal service, all of that stuff there, if you haven't got money to invest, that's bad. So the article that I've written, probably a little bit clickbaity on the title, but the title is, from memory, if you can't afford to invest in your business, is your business even worth investing in? And let's face it, that's something that we need to ask ourselves, because whether you've got 1 or 2 properties, you can still implement stuff into there to organize your business. You don't need to wait till you've got 6 HMOs and God knows how many tenants before you start implementing things. You can do it from day one. And of course, I have some free options for people that I work with. But a lot of the stuff that, you know, if you're wanting to go to the next level, you've got goals to buy X amount of properties, and you also, let's say you've got a rent-to-rent business and you've got your own, and you also want to manage HMOs for other people. When you start getting to that level, you can't be running your business on a mobile phone and a spreadsheet. That's just, no, you can't do that. And I think especially what gets me wound up is if you're working for other people. You know, I couldn't imagine in my letting agency in Cornwall saying, right, we're going to get rid of this, I'm going to run it on a spreadsheet, going to get rid of the phone system, and you lot are going to answer the phone. I couldn't imagine. That would just be chaotic. And I think when you go to the next level and you're managing for other people, whether that be HMOs, service accommodation, if you're managing for other people, you've got no choice but to invest. You have to. So that's around that article that I've written. It's coming out in the YPN. I think it will be with you this week. So definitely have a read of that, because I think that is going to give you a little bit of food for thought about where you are in your business, what you want to achieve, and how you're going to get to that result. So so that's about the YPN magazine. Like I said, I'll put a link in the notes for you to have a look at and investigate further on that 30-day trial. And then once you've got your account set up, don't forget to go online, because you've got your back catalogue to read. You could just be like me and just be nosy at people's numbers. And also don't forget to read the emails you get from the YPN magazine, because in there will be your free trainings for you. And I will probably come on board with the HMO stuff or any buy-to-let stuff. That's the end of the video for this episode. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, because it does help other people learn. But if you would prefer to message me privately about a specific topic, or maybe you've got an issue in your business and you want to iron that out so you can move forward, then feel free to message me. All my details are listed below, and I will catch up with you soon.